What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me on another video. Today, I am going to be unboxing a new tool that I'm going to be using for my streams. Here I have the Elgato Wave 3. It's a wonderful microphone that everybody in the industry seems to be raving on about. This is going to be basically a unboxing slash setup. So I'm going to do a little bit of everything. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. And we'll test some differences between the microphone that I'm currently using, which is the microphone on the wireless headset, versus the microphone that I'm going to be unboxing. So let's get started. So one of the first things that I want to talk about before I start unboxing this microphone is the fact that I do like this microphone, but there are definitely some issues with it. It sometimes sits a little bit too close to my mouth, and honestly, we'll see. I might end up liking the way that this sounds better, or I might like the way that this one sounds. So one of the things that's amazing about this microphone is that it is USB 3.0, but I really wanted to be able to get extra control on what I hear, what the chat hears, and with this headset, currently I have a fair amount of control, but it's nothing compared to the amount of control that the software will allow me to have from this microphone. Let's open up this box. Let's see how it looks. You got a little bit of information. You got a pamphlet right over here. And the first box, I'm guessing, is going to be the wire. Look at that. Wire. Beautiful, long, easy to use, hopefully. I mean, it's a wire, so it can't be that difficult to use. And here, oh, it's pre-assembled. Elgato. Thank you. Less assembly, for me, is definitely a good thing. So let's take this puppy out. Let's see how it looks. Ooh, wow. I should probably show you guys, but like, it looks good. So in the front, you have the knob, which acts as a secondary button as well. You have the capacitive mute button at the top. On the back end, you have the USB and the line in. You have a grip pad at the bottom, and the base is quite heavy, so the mic really doesn't move. Sorry, that shook the camera, but it really doesn't move, so that's quite nice. The matte finish is very nice, but this is gonna leave some smudges and fingerprints. Okay, so there's 3 different buttons that you can press, which is mic gain, volume for the headset, which I'm probably not even going to use this volume, but we'll see, and then mic and PC mix. I do have on this a pretty good setup so that I can kind of control all that. So one of the things I might want to get in the future is a boom arm, just to latch on to my desk. This is going to be the test to see how well this catches my voice, because preferably it would be behind my keyboard, but I might have to put it beside my keyboard just so that it catches my voice properly. We'll see. And that's one of the reasons why I like this so much. This is where I am. This doesn't move. There's no loss of voice. If I move to the left, it's still there. If I move to the right, it's still there. And a boom arm would actually help remedy that, because I'd be able to just have the microphone like so and just move it with me if I need to. I could actually have it in front of my keyboard. So let's undo this wire. This is a really long wire, and I appreciate that. That is kind of what you want to see from a microphone wire, right? Because you're going to have this potentially on a boom arm. You're going to have this where you want it to like run the length of the boom arm, and that might be useful. Let's go and plug this into the computer. This is all about cable management now, so let's see what happens. My cable management sucks. I'm looking at all the cables that are out here, and it's just horrible. Did you guys hear that? I heard that. The microphone is setting up. And now that it's plugged in, it's actually lit up. So that means it's actually running. It's doing something. So the first thing I think I'm going to do is set up the wavelink. And that's going to help me set up the microphone and get a little bit more control. Kind of like Go XLR, but digital. Definitely read the end user license agreement. Please make sure your microphone is disconnected during the installation process. If it's connected to your computer, please unplug it now before continuing. Okay, hopefully this doesn't take too long. I mean, I'm expecting it to take a little bit of time, but there's a lot of driver updates and setups and admin stuff. I don't even know how it's going to look on the video. We'll see. It's a learning experience for you and for me. Now I need to connect the Wave 3. Plugged it back in. It's launching the audio engine. The Wave link gives you ultimate control of your live stream, YouTube or podcast audio. Click through this tutorial to get your audio mix set up in seconds. Select your monitor output. I'm gonna do this. Add your channels. So I'm tapping my Wave 3 right now. So it's actually working. And I can hear myself too. The Wave link allows you to control multiple audio input channels. Please select the audio input channels you wish to add to the Wave link. You can add more channels or remove at any time. So let's see. There's a music one, browser, voice chat, game. I'll do that for now. These are probably going to be the ones I'm going to use the most. You can route any application audio to Wavelink in Windows sound settings. Simply click the output drop-down menu alongside an application and select a Wavelink channel. Perfect. That's something actually very useful. It's something that I've been doing for Spotify when I'm streaming, but now I can just do it straight to the Wavelink. Setup complete. So what I want to do now is I actually want to test the audio. I just want to see what it sounds like from the get-go. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that I can hear myself. Testing. Hello. I can hear a little bit of background noise from this. So I'm going to mute it. That's actually a really easy setup. It's a very basic program, but it's also a very easy program. I like that. So very, very simple, straightforward, very to the point for this microphone. Now we need to go into OBS and we got to figure out and see what it sounds like. So right now I'm actually experiencing a couple of technical difficulties. I've never tried to split an audio track in DaVinci Resolve. I will see what I can do about that and try to fix that. So, as you might have noticed, potentially, or I'm about to tell you, it's a new day. I was having some technical issues last night, or yesterday actually during the day, and I wasn't able to figure it out. So I spent the afternoon trying to figure out what was going on with it, why I couldn't get both recordings on different tracks, to see if I could get a proper comparison going. I finally figured it out. But before we start, let's go get a coffee. Okay, I'm back. So now I'm going to be doing a test to figure out how the quality sounds without filters and with filters, just to see if my filters make a difference. I'm going to double check the filters and make sure that they're off, but I'll make sure to go over my filters in another video. Everything is off, and now it's time for the test. This is a test to see how well the two microphones compare.
This is a test to see how well the two microphones compare.
So now I'm going to be turning the filters back on so you can hear the difference. And you should hopefully automatically start hearing a difference of what the microphone sounds like. I can't hear anything yet because I'm not testing it in real time. What I'll be doing now is I'm going to copy the filters over to the new microphone, and then I'll turn on the microphone and you'll be able to hear what's happening.
This is what happens when I'm talking and there's no filters. It's approximately the same level, but let's see what the sound difference is like.
This is a test to see how the sound picks up my voice with filters on both of my microphones.
This is a test to see how the sound picks up my voice with filters on both of my microphones.
This is a test to see how well the two microphones compare. This is a test to see how the sound picks up my voice with filters.
This is a test to see how well the two microphones compare. This is a test to see how the sound picks up my voice with filters.
So, now that we have set up the microphones, I guess all there is to do is just delete one of our media sources. We will make one of our sources the official media source, and because I set up media source 2 or the mic aux 2 specifically for this test, I think what I'll do is I'll delete mic aux 2 and I will just transfer mic aux 1 to the new microphone, and I'll do the rest of the video on that. So 1 second.
Okay, so now you guys can hear me, and I actually don't need these headsets that gives me, first of all, it makes me speak really loudly, but second of all, do you see this? I mean, my hair's not done right now, but it always gives me that indent. Now I can actually record videos without necessarily having this headset on. I will be working on the equalization. I don't want to do that on camera because there's a lot of repetition of sounds, but there are a lot of videos that I would recommend to kind of get a baseline or an idea of what to use. Maybe in the future, if I learn enough about audio compositions, if I learn about audio equalization, I might do a video about that. But for the time being, this is the full setup, and I have the microphone working right now. It's actually working perfectly, and I'm super happy about the way that it ended out. So it's about 3 weeks after I shot the original video, and since then I actually decided to get a boom arm. So you can see right here that the microphone, I'm able to kind of move it along with me if I'm changing directions, if I move about the room, just so that I can keep a relative line of distance if I'm talking to chat or if I'm recording a video. It makes it a lot easier than having it be stationary and have to worry about the quality of the sound while I'm recording or streaming. If you have any questions about the setup that I've been doing, if you have any concerns about anything that you've seen in this video, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below. I try to be as active as possible with any comments that I have, and I'd love to be able to see your thoughts on everything that I've done so far. And don't forget that I stream 3 times a week, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at twitch.tv/gameradam. If you have any questions that you want answered in real time, or if you want to come just chat with me and see how the stream is doing, please stop by and I would love to have a conversation with you. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye.